Hello guys, so now that Sephiroth is in the game, I want to make an update tier list because this one until this I don't know why I can put this guy down, but I'll rate him in the end. Um, Most of these guys I changed in my mind a little bit after using them on my accounts. And I wanted to take advantage of Sephiroth releasing to make an update version of my tier list that I made a while ago. So let's rearrange this. I still think these two are double S, uh, which already tell you that this is not as broken as I was imagining it will be. But yeah, Harith and Cloud are double S rank. Zack and Tifa, I agree, is still an S. Zack is not as good as Cloud. He's still good, but he's more of a jack of all trades. Maybe when he gets the banner weapon, he goes up here. But for now, it's just a jack of all trades. Mostly because I assume Ever Crisis, no, the Chris Core uh, storyline will basically be just him for now. So he needs to do a lot of stuff. He buffs, he heals, he do magic, he does physical. So he's just a jack of all trades, but master of none, in my opinion, because there are better options that him, either for magic and physical, and as well as healer. What I changed my mind about is the first one is Matt. Matt, I think I'll put him as I use him right now. I'm using Lucia, Matt, and Sephiroth as my team to test Sephiroth, and I'm enjoying Matt a lot. He's not as good as a healer as Harry, but he's a good healer. He does some damage. He still have a damage and a healing ultimate. So yeah, he's good. He's better than I was giving credit for. I was using him with Glenn and Lucy on the storyline. I didn't like him very much, but I got him the costume, the healing costume. I got the weapons, and he's carrying. He's doing his job. He's good. Other one that I changed my mind is Red. I think he's better than Glenn. Not in damage, but in utility and stuff that he does. He heals, he does damage, he has support. Compared to Glenn, who just does damage for now, I think I think Red is better than Glenn. Glenn eventually might get better depending on the weapons he gets in the future, but right now he just damage. I don't like units that just do one thing. That's why I'll rate him as low. He's, in my opinion, he's not bad, but compared to other what the others do, I think he's the lowest, in my opinion. Lucia, Sephiroth did wonders for this girl. She's still not double S, but she's an amazing support for Sephiroth. If you're using the ice build on Sephiroth and you have the ice weapon, the banner weapon for Lucia, I think she's an S. I'll rank her better than Tifa and lower than Zack. Just because She's the amazing support for Sephiroth. She makes Sephiroth so much better. Sephiroth is already way too good. Now, Sephiroth, I tested a few builds. I tested the Shinra Blade, the build. I tested the physical build, and I tried my what I take it's the best build for him. But let's be honest. If you want to build him as a physical, is nowhere near Cloud. He's a mage. He's a magical dealer, and I like that because if he was physical, everyone was debating Cloud or Sephiroth, Cloud or Sephiroth. Which one is the better? I think right now what they are doing is Cloud do his thing. He does the when you need physical damage, you use Cloud. You put Murasami, you use Maritime, you use Cloud. When you need magical dealers, you use Sephiroth. Now, maybe I'm my build for Sephiroth is currently better than my Cloud build, but yeah, let's take a moment talking about the builds. Right now, I use the edge wings as a main weapon because he's a heist, and I use the costume. It does a lot of damage with that skill. And I tried Shinra Blade on his secondary weapon, and it does a lot of damage. But I think Onigiri, I think that's the name. Aonibi. Aonibi. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an absolutely monster as a secondary weapon. The buff that he gets to himself, uh, the damage is a lot. I'm enjoying Sephiroth a lot, a lot, a lot. Now, as the sub weapons, I'm using Silver Staff, Absolute Royal, and Sun Umbrella. Why? Because Ionibi boosts HP, so you get a little bit of survivor from that. You get magical damage as a wedge wing with magical and boost ice. And since you're doing ice damage, Silver Staff boosts attack and ice damage. The the Absolute Royal gives magical attack and ice damage. And I use the Sun Umbrella for extra magical ability damage. So that's my current build for Sephiroth, and I enjoy it a lot. Now, his ultimates, I'm still debating. I still need more shards to level the ultimates because I see a lot of people using Shiva, but the difference between my level 1 Astral Gates and the Shiva that I see on co-op are like 2k. I want to get my own Shiva. I'm still finishing Ifrit, then I'll work on Shiva. I'll test Max Shiva with Max Ultimates and decide which one is better. But to make the sense of your build with ice, eventually the more ice potency you get, the best Shiva will be. So maybe Shiva is the way to go, but his ultimate looks amazing. Way good animations. And I think I might upset a lot of people when I say this, but I'm enjoying Sephiroth more than Cloud. I never expected to say this. Uh, Cloud is. It's fun unit. I use it with Maritime. I use them with Murasame, but now I might be tripping, but his Edgewing's animation seems slower than Murasame animation. Maybe uh, it's just my imagination. Maybe it's on co-op and the legs and stuff like that. But his animation seems longer, but he's a such a fun unit. And the secondary weapon, the buffing weapon, I don't know how to say that name. It looks amazing and makes him so good. If you're still debating if you should summon for him for his weapon, maybe you can still use Ionibi and Shinra Blade on main weapon, um, because Shinra Blade does a lot of damage. Shinra Blade have no elements, so if you're using versus an enemy that have resist to all elements or the elements that you have, Shinra Blade does a lot of damage. Shinra Blade is an amazing weapon and its multiply is high as hell. But besides that, I still like Edgewings more with a high build. Maybe he gets a secondary like Cloud God Maritime and Murasame Lightning and Water banner build. Maybe he gets in the future Wind or something like that. I don't know, but right now the ice build is amazing. I feel bad for Zach because uh, he deserves a banner weapon. I was happy with Lucia banner weapon, but he deserves one as well. He is the main character for Chris Core, and yeah, Sephiroth itself. I knew it. He will be. He was gonna be broken. I still think Harith is the best character in the game because she does a lot. She heals, she buffs, she provides a little support in the damage as well. She does a lot. And the second best character, in my opinion, like I said, it's my opinion. You're free to disagree with me. It's Sephiroth. I have a lot of fun with the Edgewing build. Now, I use Lucia and Matt. Lucia to support Sephiroth because a new weapon decreases height resistance, so your Sephiroth will do even more damage. And Matt because I was tired of using Harry, so I have two teams. I have Cloud, Zack, and Harry, and the rest. And maybe I'll switch Zack for Tifa for support. And now I use Matt, Sephiroth, and Lucia. You could use Tifa instead of Matt because Tifa have a healing weapon as well. Maybe you can use Red. There's a lot of stuff to try, but Sephiroth and Lucy is a nice combo. I really enjoy this combo. Her weapon makes her a value support for Sephiroth, which I like. Now I have an excuse to use Lucia. Anyway, this is my take on the changes that Sephiroth brought, and I'm happy for that. As you can see, I don't consider anymore any B or C units, which is awesome. Glenn is now the worst, in my opinion, just because he's not a bad unit. He does provide damage, but that's pretty much that. Glenn just provides damage. On my preference, I like a unit that gives more. Like Sephiroth gives a buff and damage. You still you can still make him. You can still make a take that Cloud and Sephiroth just do damage as well, but I don't know, feels different because maybe because Glenn damage compared with these two is still low. Maybe that's because of that, or maybe because this one can provide physical and magical defense down. This one gives a buff which boosts even more his damage, and the others one. This one provides way too much like Harriet. I don't think he's as good as Harriet, at least for now. Tifa provides a lot. She heals, she physical down, she debuffs, she does a lot. This one as well. He has the mid defense down for magical dealer damage as well. So maybe you can use him with Sephiroth as well. But I think Lucy is the best support for Sephiroth. And yeah, you might disagree with me, but I want to like Glenn because I like his weapons, the scythe weapon. But I don't know why. Maybe it's my playstyle. Maybe I was expecting more from him, but I think Barrett and Red are better than him. At least in my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments. Maybe you disagreed with me. That's fine. At least this is the way I see the game. Maybe in a month or two, I'll change my mind about Glenn. Maybe he gets a new weapon and it goes all the way to double S. I don't see it happening, but maybe. Anyway, thank you for watching and bye bye.